The capacity to learn is a gift. The ability to learn is a skill. The willingness to learn is a choice. Bryan Herbert. On today's episode, I am recording from Cancun, Mexico, where I'm attending the 2CCX conference, Mastermind in Paradise, a ClickFunnel's event. I want to share with you some of my takeaways from day one. You have the power to be the boss of your own life. I'm your host, Monica Allen. I'm a wife, mom, entrepreneur, best-selling author, lifelong learner, and your biz bestie. I have a love and passion for all things small business. Growing my own company from $700 to over 7 figures annually, my goal is to bring you inspiration, business-focused topics and tips, encouragement, and a community that helps you launch, grow, and scale your business, whether you are a dreamer, a side hustler, or a seasoned entrepreneur. You are listening to the Become Your Own Boss podcast. This episode is brought to you by VidKid School. Do you have a creative kid who wants to earn money every month from YouTube? VidKid School is an easy program for kids age 9 and up, taught by a kid. It is actually taught by my daughter, Imana, who taught herself how to do animation and video editing on her iPhone. Then she launched a YouTube channel, Pastel Pineapple, which now has over 12,000 subscribers, and she is paid hundreds of dollars every month from YouTube. Your kid can learn it too. So can you if you want to earn some extra cash. She walks you through the whole process from start to finish to get you monetized on YouTube in no time. Just go to vidkid.school to take advantage of a special offer for Become Your Own Boss listeners. That's vidkid.school. Forgive me if my voice sounds a little raspy. It's early in the morning here. I wanted to record before it started getting really busy at the resort. And I also am in a space that I'm not accustomed to, so I don't know how it's going to sound, but just bear with me, everybody. I consider myself a lifelong learner, as I say in my intro, because I truly do enjoy learning new things. I have gone to lots of conferences in my life, and learning and willingness to learn is a choice, and I choose to always expand my mind. And so attending this conference, I have only completed day one, but I have so many takeaways from just day one. Our first speaker yesterday was Alison J Prince, and she has found a way to bring her virtual events to life. She provided a box that tapped into her clients' 5 senses and attention. She added attention as a 6th sense. I absolutely love this. I can't say that I would have thought of this, as I don't currently do live events or virtual events, but maybe someday. And I think that her box idea was simply ingenious. They sent out a box to their clients or customers with an imprint on it, letting them know when they were to open the box. There was a very specific date that they could open the box. And they had a little note in there for people who opened the box early. But the great thing about this is it got attention. People posted and tagged the company, shared the box with friends, talked about what could possibly be in this gigantic box before the event even started. And then when the big day came, the box was actually just full of smaller numbered boxes that her customers opened as directed. Of course, doing this, people still continue to tag and post and take pictures. So it was such a great way to get attention from people who weren't even her clients or customers yet. And you may ask, well, what was in the box? And it was a lot of different things: a journal, a pen, snacks, a puzzle, and so much more. Simply a great idea to get people involved who aren't actually in front of you. As I'm recording this, someone just came in washing the windows, so you may hear some streaks in the background, but they keep this place immaculate. It's extremely clean. People are constantly cleaning. But before I move on, perhaps I should explain what a funnel is. This event that we're attending is put on by ClickFunnel's. And you may think, well, what's a funnel? Some people I'm sure out there already know, but I don't want to make any assumptions. First, I feel like Russell Brunson
who began the company with a business partner, coined the phrase funnel specifically. And perhaps it was somebody before him, but he's the one that I relate to when it comes to funnels. In our business, we've been collecting customers' emails since we first started in 2002. We started with Constant Contact and then MailChimp. And as the company grew, we began using Infusionsoft, which is now known as Keep, K-E-A-P. And Infusionsoft, I still refer to it as Infusionsoft, it allowed us to tag clients based on their interest. That tag would then put them in an email sequence. So for example, if someone expressed interest or emailed us about information regarding group orders, then their email address got tagged as interested in group orders, and therefore they got put into an email sequence that then explained more about what a group order is, how to go about placing a group order, and all of the great things about ordering as a group. And so that was kind of our intro to, I guess, somewhat of a funnel, but more of a tagging or email sequence. Funnels are all about building a relationship with a client or customer by offering them a freebie or a low ticket item. And think of it just like a funnel. Lots of people are at the top of your funnel, and as they descend down into the funnel, they typically descend down into higher prices. So initially you may have 100 people at the top with the freebie, and then the next offering you may have 70 people, and then going on down until you may have 25 people with a high ticket offer. So it's truly made like a funnel. What ClickFunnel's did that was unique or ingenious back in 2014 was they actually created their company around building templates for building these funnels to make it easier for people to build the funnels. And then on top of that, not only did they build into these templates of the funnels, they built in order bumps and upsells, one-time offers, all of those things that oftentimes, I think about it almost like a grocery store. As you're getting ready to check out, there's the lovely little things there that you can pick up on your way out. And so a funnel is very similar. You have the funnel that brings people in, but then you may give them an option to buy something else that's called an order bump. So simply an ingenious idea. There's lots of companies now that offer funnels similar to ClickFunnels, or programs similar to ClickFunnels, but this was simply ingenious back in 2014. Okay, that is a very brief overview. Russell has a few books that you can get for free. I think you pay for shipping. He gets you into his funnel and you get his knowledge. So if you want to find out more about funnels and understand that better, I definitely suggest his Expert Secrets book. But I want to real quick just hit on some of the other speakers that spoke on day one. Allie Bjerk spoke to us about making tiny offers, and a tiny offer is simply broken into kind of three other offers: the time impulse, the simplicity impulse, and the ambition impulse. And each one of those offerings are around low ticket price items or services, but the time impulse offer, it offers one solution to a pain point and it saves your customers time. You have the simplicity impulse, which is all about an order bump, and then the ambition impulse is around inspiring people, and that may be your mini course or something like that. So that was really interesting to me, because a lot of times we want to get to that big ticket offering, but her tiny offers typically are between like $27 and $47 for the time impulse, and then maybe $77 for the simplicity impulse. So lower priced items. The next speaker was Bryan Bowman, and honestly, I'll have to go back and look at his presentation because it's all about numbers and ad spend in respect to client or customer acquisition. Lots of numbers on lots of slides. And so that's something I was kind of in and out of. And so I'm going to have to go back and look at his presentation, because I have begun to run some Facebook ads, and we've been running Facebook ads in Zeus's Closet for years, and I've never really understood it because Ethan did it And now I need to go back and I want to better understand that and better understand those numbers. And especially since Facebook has had a lot of changes due to different regulations, those numbers have become more important because running ads has become more costly. And last but definitely not least, Pedro Adao spoke, and he brought up an entire panel that left us with so many ideas around ways to connect with our customers and keep them engaged, specifically during challenges. Some of the examples that were given were workbooks that really get them involved, gamification, an upsell to help people be successful, badges, having MVPs in your program. So you announce the MVP every day, which may be your which is typically your most engaged person, the person who has gone live, if that was something that was part of the program, or the person who's engaged with other people within the Facebook group, or however your people are connecting. So it's really been a great conference so far. I'm very excited to see what day 2 holds, which starts in about an hour, and I'll be sure to let you all know that. If you're interested in learning more about ClickFunnel's, feel free to see the link in my show notes. One of the biggest things as an entrepreneur is we all have really great ideas, and as I'm sitting in this conference, I'm literally notating ideas that come to me as I'm listening, because if I go back and read my notes later, it's not going to be the same as it is right now in present day. So I like to go ahead and write down thoughts that I have that come up for me. And that's always good. The tricky part is finding time to execute all of these ideas. And I think as entrepreneurs, that's one of our that's our biggest issue, is finding time to execute, because we do constantly have so many ideas. Anyway, I just wanted to share, and I'm very excited to bring you day 2. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I really appreciate you listening to the podcast. And if you want to follow me, I would love that. You can follow me on Instagram or TikTok at Become Your Own Boss Podcast. And I am posting pictures. There's pictures on my stories. There will be other posts around this conference. So if you want to check those out, please do so. Also, I would love if you would tell a friend about this podcast, as well as share, subscribe, and review the podcast. Again, thank you so much for listening. Now is the time to level up, leave a legacy, and become your own boss.